Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? We all good, we all good. It is Thursday. We are almost there, people. We've almost made it. We were almost there. One day left, one day left. Please forgive me. Doing having a little technical difficulties this morning. Just give me a quick second, please. Alright. Not gonna work this morning. Alright. How we all doing out there? Good morning, Miss Tamika, to the show. Good morning, ma'am. It's good to see you this morning. Welcome to the show. Alright, we are live. Welcome to the Real O Show. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, fam. It's good to see you all. Alright, let's jump into it this morning. Today's topic is, are you a role model? Who is your role model? Why is this important? Because this day and age, it seems that a lot of children, a lot of teens, a lot of young adults are going through life just, how do we put this, going on their own accord. When we were growing up, we all had that one person that we used to look up to, that we used to idolize, that we thought was the ish. We thought that they were everything. That we wanted to be them, that we wanted to emulate them. I mean, that's what role models are for. They're there to show you the ways of how to be a man, how to be a woman. They taught you the ins and outs of how to do this, how to do that, whatever the case may be. They were that solid person in your life that meant something. For me, it was my grandfather. I love that man more than I love my mama. And that says a lot. But my grandfather was the patriarch of our family. He was everything to me. I mean, he showed me the meaning of being a man. Why? Because he was one of the very first black men of the LAPD way back when. He was in the military, raised a family, moved them out to Los Angeles, and he instilled respect. He earned his respect. He did what needed to be, and everybody respected him. I mean, I love that man. And when he died, a part of me died with him. But still, to this day, he's been gone for well over 20 years, and I still talk to him. I still say thank you for the things you instilled in me. Thank you for the things that you taught me. Things that I didn't even realize was important to me until I grew up. So again, he was my role model. He was who I knew I wanted to be. My father wasn't around, but my grandfather was there. My uncles were there. But he made it possible for me to believe that, there are going to be some bad people out there, some drop dead beats out there. But as long as you believe that what you want to achieve, you can do it. So again, who's your role model, people? Who is it that you, growing up, you looked at and you were like, damn, that right there, that's what I want to be. I want to be that superstar. I want to be that ball player. I want to be that dancer. I want to be that teacher. Who was your role model? Who did you grow up saying that, I can achieve that? That right there, I know if I work hard or if I do this, I do that, I can too be that. Who was that for you all? Let us know. Share. The other question is, are you a role model? Have you taken that stance that was taught to you, that was bestowed upon you, and given it to somebody else? And we're not even just talking about your own children, if you have children. We're talking about somebody else's child. Somebody else, another young adult who is coming up in the ranks behind you. Have you taken on the role of a leader? Have you taken, them under your wing and showed them that they can be an accountant, they can be a teacher, they can be, whatever it is. Have you taken them under you and showed them the ropes? Have you showed them look, it is hard out here, especially for you ladies. You ladies get a bad rap. You guys have it hard out here in the workforce. So yes, I understand you have to compete, and then you have to be better not only for the other women around you, but you have to compete and be better than the men around you. So have you all, found somebody beneath you and seen them come up and you decided, you know what? Let me show you the ropes. Let me show you how you can not deal with what I've had to deal with. How you can become great as well. Putting a pride aside, putting, your own stature aside, but taking them under you and showing them how to do it. Fellas, these boys out here, they are what they consider themselves men. They ain't no man. They boys just wearing men's suits. How many of you have taken under you and showed these boys how to properly be men? Show them like, hey, you know what? If you really want to talk to a woman, you really want to step to her, this is how you do it. You don't call her, hey, bae. You don't yell at her outside of the car. Pull your pants up. When you go to a job interview, wear a tie. Wear a button-down shirt. Come on time. Actually, come early. Let's be real with that one. How many of you guys have stepped up to do that? How many of you have honestly looked at yourself and say, you know what? I am a role model. I do step up and I do show that how it is out in this world and how they can be better, how we can make this world better, how I can make sure that the next generation is actually stepping up their game and not running around in these streets, acting stupid, acting hood, acting retarded. How many of you are role models? When was the last time you talked to your role model or looked them up? If it's been, a teacher that you that used to teach you, how many of you have called them or looked them up and told them, you know what, thank you. Thank you for taking the time with my, hard-headed self and putting in the work to show me that I could be something great. Let them know that you appreciate the things that they sacrificed and the things that they did for you. There are a lot of teachers out here that don't get any kind of love whatsoever. They get so much hell from parents, from students, and yet day in, day out, 24/7, they come back and deal with these hard-headed kids, deal with these parents that don't really give a damn. But they do it because they love their job. They do it because they love your children. So how many of you have actually told your old school teacher, thank you? Let's see some of these responses right here. Miss Brittany says, Mrs. Ashley, 4th and 5th grade principal / math teacher. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. She was the epitome of a strong woman. She helped groom me to want to obtain academic excellence. Getting a great education has always been important. There you go. That right there is what I'm talking about. Her teacher, 4th and 5th grade, to this day, this was a grown woman who still remembers her 4th grade teacher. That's what a role model is. Somebody took the time to instill something in you, to sacrifice, to put something in you. And 20 some odd years later, you can still remember who they are. Mr. Michael says his father. That's what I'm talking about, Michael. That is exactly what I'm talking about. With your father. That is a man right there. A man who steps his game up. A man who knows that he is going to be in his child's life and he's going to instill how to be a strong man in this world. This way, when it's time for you, you can pass it on to your children or to your nephews or to your grandchildren or to your neighbor's children, to your children's friends. Oh yes, best believe, when your children has friends, oh yes, you are important in their life too. Because when you see them knuckleheads acting something stupid, oh, I hope you put your foot in their butt too. See, here's the thing. A lot of people lately have been showing videos of parents disciplining children, and people are saying that's abuse. Let's get it real, people. I'm gonna say this right now. Disciplining your child is not abuse. It's called being an adult. It's called being a parent. Let's get this right. If my child acts up in the grocery store, in the mall, in public period, and you see me disciplining my child, and you come to me talking about, oh, you can't do that. Oh, no, that's child abuse. Oh, you can't spank your child. Let me tell you right now, when I get done with him, I'm gonna come after you. Don't tell me how I can discipline my child, because the fact of the matter is, if I decide I do not want to discipline my child and let him run around in these streets, you're gonna get mad at me for allowing me to allow my kid to act stupid. Oh no. That's what the problem is these days. That nobody wants to step up and be that role model and discipline and show them how to properly be young adults, young women, and young men. What was the last? How many children do you know, 8 years old, 9 years old, know how to put on a tie? Slim to none. How many young ladies are out here who know the proper way of being a young woman? I don't know. So again, are you a role model? Are you doing what's needed to show these young people how to properly do things? Are you one of these people who is showing the next generation how to come up in the business world? How to put together a resume? How to balance a checkbook? How to calculate a bank account? How to even open up a bank account? Are we doing what we need to do for when we become older and the elderly, and they're supposed to take care of us, that we are going to be properly taken care of? Have you told your role model how much they meant to you? Have you told them that what they did for you was more than you possibly could have ever expected from anybody? Whether it was your father, your mother, again, hell, it could be your sibling. Role models are very important because it's because of them that we take a huge part of who we are, because of them. What they sacrificed, what they did for us, what they instilled in us. We took that to heart to do and become what we wanted to become. So if you are not a role model today, start thinking about maybe it's time for you to make that change. If you do have a role model and you haven't told them that they are your role model or that they did something for you, maybe it's time for you to tell them. Let them know that you are thankful to them and that you respect them for it. Anyway, that is our show. I greatly appreciate you, fam, for being here. Thank you so very much every morning for joining me in the morning. Get your day started. Something light, something good, sometimes something heavy, but no matter what, we bring it to the table. All right? If you got something to say, you need some help out there, hit me up. All right? TheRealOShow@gmail.com. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Twitter. Let us know. It stays anonymous. We'll bring it to the table. The family will talk about it. Let's make it happen. All right. Again, hug your children, kiss your children, love on the little children. All right. They are our hearts. They are our future. I will say it every show. Love your children. Let them know. Grown, little, doesn't matter. Embarrass them. This is how we do it. We parents. We got to run it that way. All right. You guys have a phenomenal Thursday. All right. It's Friday. We turn up. We do something lighthearted. We do something fun. So we got something set for you guys. Okay. Be safe. Drive carefully. Thank you again for being part of the show. I love you guys. We'll talk soon. All right. Take care.